The short interest on this stock, HRTX, which is at 34.2%, has been one of the main reasons why market participants are very much keen on this stock. It has a float of 99.3 million, and I think about 33 million of and some fraction of those have been sold short. So recently, or some not long ago, its chemotherapy induced nausea and vomiting franchise was underwhelmed from a commercial standpoint, and secondly, its highly anticipated acute pain medication Zyne-Relef didn't get the type of broad label from the FDA that would have allowed it to become a major growth driver, but it wasn't the case, so that may have contributed to the short selling that we have on the stock. But the company is going to provide updates by February 22nd of February 2022. It's going to provide updates. So that's another target. So that's another point to, amongst other things. It's short interest and this update that is coming up. So for the session of the 28th of December 2021, it closed at $9.89 and 1.4 million across the tape, which was it's regarded as below average, and an event happened as well. The price dropped through the 50-day moving average of $10.21 and above on below average volume. This was what happened in this session of the 28th of December 2021. So looking at the 1-year chart for the stock, and see the underlying trend is definitely bearish. You can see that, so it has been declining. This is a perfect case of lower lows. You can see that lower lows, but of late it just has banished, tried to banish the bearish trend. It has tried to banish it, and it's doing well. It got some resistance just above its 10-day moving average on the 9th of December, and then a few sessions thereafter it closed below that 10-day moving average on this 1-year chart. But it has now continued to push, and at some point over 2 sessions it was just right on its 50-day moving average. But of late, today, the 28th, it closed below the, as we read out earlier, it closed below this 50-day moving average. So we will see whether it's going to pivot from there and extend further. So it's definitely a challenge stock, very, very, very challenged because of that disappointment earlier on. You can see. So let's see what the readout here is saying. This is the 1-day chart. So it declined. Yes, you can see it. It lost 3.42%. So we can see on this. Let's see what the readout is saying. It appears to be rallying within a longer-term bearish trend. Okay. Yes. Yes, you can say that even though it closed down 3%, it is rallying. Yes, since the 8th of December, it has been pushing upwards. So this is almost call it 20 days now, even though it's not up to 20 sessions. So yes, to some extent you can agree that it is rallying within a longer-term bearish trend. Yes, driving its MACD above the signal line. However, the shares are still below a declining 200-day moving average, signifying that the dominant trend remains lower. So let's see where that 200-day moving average is. They can see that it is at $12.99, whereas the stock is at $9.89. It is trading at a discount to that underlying trend. So all of these can imply that there is an opportunity for an upside for the stock. So momentum is definitely strongly bearish. You can see that from here. You can see the momentum is strongly bearish. It is in the overbought territory, even though it has just cooled off slightly up there. Okay, the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80, definitely the level which many analysts call overbought. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price lower. But at the same time as well, when it's overbought, the natural implication of that is that it may pull back. So it may also tend to we've already seen that amongst other things, it cooled off by 3%. So it could also cool off further. It could retrace further. So it's just pretty much binary. If it's overbought then it might tend to come out from that and maybe become oversold, and the reverse is also the case, so the implication is that, or rather the meaning of it being overbought is that, amongst other things, that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. The volume for this session was the 28th of December. For HRTX stock, the volume was 1.37 million shares. It was in line with the 1.487 shares traded daily over the last 12 months. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. So let's see what we can make of price target for this stock. We can see Reuters has a target of 31.50. This was determined sometime in 2019, and they're probably still maintaining that stance. So let's use the 10-day chart and see what we can make of HRTX stock. Let's see whether we can determine a near-term target for the stock. So we're supposed to use a 10-day chart, not the 1-year chart. Let's pick the 10-day. Okay, over the last 10 trading sessions, you can see it's been bullish, which was also what we saw there. You can see that since the we saw that earlier on, so we don't need to bother about that. So we know that since the 8th of December, it's been it's been pushing upwards, and this is from the 14th of December. From the 14th, from the 15th actually. So it's been strongly bullish. Okay, so let's see whether we can come up with any targets. Okay, not so fortunately enough, we have this high of which is the highest price it has reached since the 15th of December. So it's at 10.44, and then we pick this low right on its 200-day moving average for this 10-day chart. So the high is 10.44 and the low is 9.99. 10.44, 9.99. So easily that should give us 0.45 times 2.618 to give us 1.178. So if we add it to the closing price of 10.15, we have 11.32, call it $11.33. So that's our target, $11.33. Yes, $11.33. That's our target. So see what you make of HRTX stock, February 2022. That's when they're expected to update the market concerning their drug for treating acute pain, Zanrelef. So, and then also bear in mind that it has this short interest of 34.2%, which can always is a recurring theme. That short interest, it will continue to recur and it will continue to attract market participants regardless of any updates or not. So see what you make of HRTX stock, and thank you very much for watching this video.